like I really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, but when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Greetings from me and my rapidly disappearing ice cream sandwich. It's my last one. I was getting ready to go on, and then I realized, oh my God, I'm hungry. So like any reasonable human being, I went right for the freezer and got the only thing that was available without having to immediately like cook it. Also, I realized that my coq au vin, or my chicken in wine, was not in wine, and I had to go and put it in wine. But we're good now. Very strange. My chat's been acting up. It's very silly. Okay. Yes, what I see here is what I see there. We're in sync. Okay, today was for here the meditation day. It's not really meditation. It's an anti-grief and anti-anxiety group. So our friend who's 95 was, her thing today was she was worried about after she dies, all the extra stuff she brought over to her apartment that she doesn't really need. But when she moved here from a house, she just thought she might need it all, and she just got a lot of stuff over and crowded it into her apartment. Now, all her 3 of her daughters have had knee surgery, and she's worried about them having to like take stuff out. So we talked about that and got that. She feels much better now. That's I've had that same concern, you know, like I don't want to leave a mess behind when I die. Dying is something nobody wants to really talk about, but it's the one thing everybody's going to experience, just like birth. If you're here, you were born, and if you were born, you will die. It makes sense to think about it a little bit, right? Not just like where you're going after you die, but what you leave behind. Some people want to leave behind like a name, a legacy, be a legend in someone's mind. Just so you know, if you're a good parent, you're a legend. And here, that's how you will be seen across the universe. So be a good parent. And good vibes to you. So we're looking for a name. Right now it's just like City After Dark. But that's just a cliche. But I guess doing city skyscapes is kind of cliche. But this is my version. I do like skyscapes. In fact, we have an unfinished work of a skyscape. Right here. Now this was inspired by this medium, which is Meg. Hello. All right. I was just about to say this was inspired by, it happens to be you, who sent the box of different mediums. And the medium inspired me to get started on this. So I wanted to get a tree in here, and then I need to, you know, do some painting. So congratulations. I am so happy for you. I hope it turns out to be everything you hope it to be. So I will celebrate with you. I have too much going on my table at the moment, I think. Let me stop and have a sip of tea, and I brought something to the table today. I forgot to do a hashtag with these people because I will do a short on these. Do not take more than 2 gummies in a 24-hour period, even if you don't feel anything. And I'm not sure why that is, but you should always listen to the manufacturer's instructions, because nobody knows it as well as they do. Oh, I bet. Oh my God. You really, really wanted this. You went through multiple interviews. I hate lipstick. I forgot to do one of those things. Pardonnez-moi. Oh, that's amazing. That bodes well, doesn't it? I hope. I knew before you went. I just like, when you told me how it was going, I was like, she's already in. She's got the job. I just knew it. So I am really happy for you. Okay, I am going to try. Yes, we're going to see how long it takes and what do I feel. Just taking one. In 15 minutes, I should know, right? Even though I have a slow metabolism anymore. So for me, it might be 20. But I'm like already prepping for the ew factor. I really don't like the taste of most gummies. But you know, I can try. So either you're typing or I'm going to have to ask you more intricate questions about the interview. There you go, all right. Oh my God. There you go. That was exactly the right headspace to be in, to enjoy the experience. Perfect use of the law of attraction. Would you say that everybody that was chosen, did you see who was chosen, or you have no idea? Lisa's trying to be grape. It's grape. That's wonderful. Perfect vibe. When you did you get to see all these people? Was it like a cattle call? Or were you like the only person at a time, one person at a time? Because there's 100 people up for that job, those jobs. And you were one of the dozen, the special dozen. Uh-huh. They were looking for people just like you guys. Kind, patient, level-headed, looking for the best in this situation. Okay. Interesting. What made you think some of those people, why did they stand out as you thought they would pick them and then they weren't? Were they really good at something, or? Hello, Exie. How art thou today? Meg got the job. We are congratulating her and learning about it. I'm so happy. I guess everyone was wrong and your instincts were correct. They weren't looking for glam. Yeah, that's what she's talking about now. It's not a shock. It's not a shock. You're an awesome human being. That's what they're looking for now. They're not looking for the glam fly people, you know. It's like I am the perfect stewardess. Yes, I am good with that word. Meg was herself. She was relaxed. You know, we always do best when we're relaxed. That's why I'm not surprised. They don't want people who are cover girls. They want people who have empathy in their faces, people who are kind, people who listen. Who advised you to do the fly girl bit? Hoo-hoo! Oh, baby. It wasn't made for you. This is why I say, don't listen to the odds. The odds don't matter. As soon as you start talking odds, you screw yourself out of things. I was going through some of these last night. The perfect job is looking for me, and we are being brought together now. Oh, Exie, this is a good one for you. I deserve to have a successful career, and I accept it now. Oh my God, applicant groups on Facebook? Ah. Meg, continue to trust yourself. Oh, these are great. Louise Hay was so wise. I create a good feeling at work. I realize there are laws that govern the universe, and I work with these laws in every area of my life. I know that when I do my best at my job, I will be rewarded in all sorts of ways. I have come to this planet to learn to love myself more and to share that love with those around me. I come from the loving space of my heart, and I know that love opens all doors. Well, now that we've got Meg the perfect job, it's time to get Exie the perfect job. All right, Exie. Take a screenshot, or what you really need to do is you need to write this down with your very own little hands. Write it down on a piece of paper. You can write down the sentence on the front and back of this card. You leave it by your bed and you say it, preferably out loud, so that more of your body's involved. Say it every morning before you get out of bed, and every night when you get in bed. Before you go to sleep, say it. Say it as often as you want, but at least twice a day when you're most receptive and in a restful mode. Program your subconscious, because this will help you align the rest of your thoughts for the rest of the day. All right. Later on, write it down so you have a piece of paper next to your bed. You don't have to call up screenshots. That's the other side of it. Of course, you should memorize it if you can, but you need to say this over and over to yourself. Your brain has to become convinced this is what you really want, so it starts to direct you. Because on the other side of you is you saying, come on, I'm giving you hints, but you have to ask the right questions before I can give you the right answer. And then stay alert. Alerts are very popular. Okay. The girl gave me a massive hug. Oh. Yay. Good vibes everywhere you go, girl. Good vibes. Isn't that just a wonderful feeling when you're right in sync with everything that you know is supposed to happen. You know this is right. You know. And you and the universe work this all out. So it's all you. You have the magic for you. So, brava, darling. And just keep on asking more from the universe. And keep getting out of your own way by keeping your vibes high and happy. It'll be wonderful. And, hon, now there's a chance of you being able to actually visit me. Oh my God. And then I could give you a massive hug and a cup of coffee and lunch or dinner or lunch and dinner. Breakfast if you want to crash here. I love getting to meet people from the show. I miss Tara. I haven't seen her since this change of seasons. She's 3.5 hours drive from me. It's a long hike. And she's got to be able to time it with the weather coming down the mountains, and she's got to make sure it's also timed so her girlfriend can go along with her, because nobody wants to make that kind of a drive by themselves. They shouldn't. Oh, God, yeah, I thought that was going to be pretty exhausting. You must be still catching up with your sleep, huh? There's the one we're working on today, or planning to work on today. Oh, if I'm going to use these colors, I'm going to have to get changed. I can't be wearing this sweater. No, it's new and fuzzy. It's like wearing a teddy bear. I love it. So let's go with something a little bit more sedate for today. It has stopped snowing. We got about 5 inches. So now that you have this job, when do you actually get to start? Like, what's your schedule now? I hope you have some time to like catch up on your rest. 24-hour days, 25-hour days takes a toll on you. I looked over at the screen for where I can actually write to you, but it's way behind my actual movements. So if I look ahead on that screen, I can see things in real time. If I move over here, I'm way behind. So it's like, what? Okay. So do you have to keep your crappy job until you start that, or what? Oh my God. Wow. So I guess you have to keep the crappy job for a while? God, how much do they have to investigate? You haven't been alive that long. You can't take months. Okay. All right, summertime. In time for the rush. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Whenever it finally happens, we have to be patient, right? One thing at a time. I'm sorry you have to keep that particular job, but at least now you know it's just a foof in the wind. And you know, that's a foof. Like a fart, but more polite, a foof. I've been painting this different ways in my mind. Good. Of course you can. Everything comes in time. I'm waiting to see. I forgot to look at the time. Well, maybe it did. Maybe it is working. It's 1:03. Do you remember when I took it? I should have said something. It must be working. I can't really tell. What do I want to use? Looking at my different brushes here. And I have to make a decision. Once I make a commitment to this, it's important. Oh, good. Thank you, Meg. The straight one can let me know. Well, I would say so far, well, nothing. All right, I have to mix up some white. I like the iridescent, so I think I'll throw a little bit of that in here too. Let me go get it. Oh, what am I tipping over now? That's it. Iridescent medium. Oh, another sip of tea. Yummy. All right. I need this to be kind of transparent, but I want the mica. I think they use mica. Yeah, stuff coming out of these tubes is just so attractive. Oh, that's pretty groovy. So. They don't tell you what's in it. A reflective metallic medium. Okay, so if it's metallic, then if it is literally, then I don't think it's mica. Thin it out. We want real thin because they put titanium dioxide in it, and that makes it white and opaque. We don't want that opacity right now. That might work. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna go take off this sweater. This will sit for a minute. And put something on that makes more sense. Agnes, hello. I just ate a mood gummy. It's a potent and well-rounded fun high, hits in 5 to 15 minutes, rapid onset gummy is a standard mix. It's been about 15 minutes now. Yeah, see, you weren't alone by any stretch of the imagination, Meg. I'll be back in a minute. I need more sensible clothing. Okay, while I was in there, my clock struck 1:11, so I thought, let's bring out the angel book. 111. When you see 111, oh, look at that. Oh, it's cool. Listen up, y'all. Oh, I wanted to ask, can you catch up in the chat, within the chat? Oh, good, right. Isn't that awesome? The whole thing? It's just perfect aside from the 25-hour day. Yeah, you don't do anything. But use your brain. Okay, right now, 111, 111. You can screenshot that so you can look at it later or when next time you see 111. But for those of you who can't see, I'll read it. An energetic gateway has opened for you, rapidly manifesting your thoughts into reality. Choose your thoughts wisely at this time, ensuring that they match your desires. Don't put any energy into thinking about fears at all, lest you manifest them. So keep your thoughts buoyantly optimistic and hopeful, especially about your future. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to stand up for this painting thing. Oh, this was another one that I was working on. It's not done, I don't think. It's actually, that's the kind of the way I see it. But it's not done. Okay. Yes, I know, you can hardly see it. That is the idea. Because iridescent stuff has a way of easily becoming too much. What I'm trying to do is get a wave, a vibe down. And that's what's important right now. I don't like the scraping sounds. I've been listening to the sounds of snowplows since 6 a.m. Now, one thing I have to say about New England, we know how to deal with snow. Snow does not frighten us. That doesn't keep us from complaining about it. Now, I'm not complaining. I like snow, but I like it because I don't have to go out in it right now. I don't have to plow it or shovel it. So it's easy to like it when you're just watching it fall. And that's my entire interaction with snow lately, is just watching it fall with a cup of tea in my hand. So what's to complain about? We got about 5 inches overnight. And then it was still snowing this morning, but then it started turning to rain. But it looks like most of it is still there, except where they were shoveling and plowing. The plow is parked over there, so I guess they're anticipating potentially more, but I don't think we're getting more. How was your weather? I know that Oklahoma had a bunch of tornado stuff going on, I heard. I figured with that kind of severe weather, it was probably disrupting a lot of stuff. I've been more concerned about my friends traveling. I knew you were going to be in the air. I need... I don't think I've got the right color. Maybe in an ink? I'll bet this stuff is magnetic. It's probably the same stuff they're putting in that fancy new use a magnet to move the metal in your nail polish. It does look like fun to play with, but something I'd get bored of playing with very swiftly. There we go. Just a hint of pink. Oh, don't go dripping. Come on. Reading a paper, feeling like a champ. First paragraph, I could stunt. Oh, cool. Aloha. Oh, wow, you had it there. Yes, a lady on my floor, thanks for flowers. To a different lady, thanks for the flowers. Feels good to receive. There you go. I told you. You spread love, you get love. You spread anxiety, you get anxiety. You feel manic, you attract mania. You're attracting exactly what you're feeling. So go out there with a smile and attract more smiles and more reasons to smile. It all counts, it really does. I can say it till I turn purple, but it's you doing it and seeing it for yourself. That's the proof. Just because there are times we smile at the world and it scowls back, you're going to run into some sour apples now and then, but you just have to look at it as like, they got a problem, it's not yours. And you keep smiling. And you will attract those sweet apples. They made it type slower? Really? I haven't used it enough to notice anything like that. It is fun. I just don't have time to sit and talk to it. I have some straightforward questions and it gave me straightforward answers, so it was like, well, yep, you passed that test. That's great. That's what it was designed to do. It's supposed to help you. I'm sorry they slowed it down. That's crappy news. That's stupid, too. I don't understand why they would do that. Maybe it's just a matter of how much the servers are being pulled on. Depends on how many people are accessing it. It's not infinite. And then what? Okay. I see. So it puts it out. It still is faster than I could read. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't have to actually type out anything. I could just blurt it right onto the screen pretty fast. Well, they're going to charge for something, right? It takes a lot of energy and people to create that and keep it going. If it wasn't tricky and expensive, anybody could do it. Here, make your own AI. Your own AI kit. Hey, ask AI how to make itself so you can reproduce it and have your own private AI chatbot. I want to make a chatbot and give it a name, not just chatbot. And yes, I know you could name chatbot anything. It'll go answer to anything you dictate to it. I'd like to have a discussion with it about what's in a name. I've got a book that's got lots of them and different interpretations for them. Cool. Well, you kind of have a statistics major in the chat. It's being the genius for you. Okay, I have to wash this out. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. But, you know, the downside of that is that we don't have that stuff in our brains. We don't have to figure it out. All we have to do is ask the question and the answer's there. That's boring. Well, then it's, you know, having a fake friend. Get stomped by what? You're voluntarily taking on something on, so that's cool. You mean stumped? With a U? No, I guess we have to become a world of inventors, not just users of the technology. I have to wait for this to dry so I can add to it. I guess I can just move it over. Put something else here. I have no patience. I got some new socks for Toblerina. They are not attractive. They're Advanced Relief Knee-High Blister Guard Protective Cushioning Non-Binding by Dr. Scholl's. They just look like ugly black and gray socks. I don't know what's so different about them. I'm not even sure they're gonna stay up. It's kind of like if you're a woman, it's a one-size-fit-all deal. I tell that to a man. Yep, underwhelmed. Oh, this will be fun in summer. Look at the length of these things. Honey, these aren't just knee socks. These are going to come up to over my knees and up my thighs. These are almost like tights without the bottom. Wells to stomp is also like I stomped his ass. I stomped my foot on his ass. So stumped is better. I think of your ass being stomped. All right. Let's have the other vibe be again. Oh, no, not this. I need the stuff that makes funny sounds. This is kinky. See? An element of ew. This has got a good tight cap. Put a little gloss medium. Because I'm going to put a bunch of water in and wash out some of the stuff. Medium. That's way more opaque. And thicker. Do I like that? Not really. Now, wetting things before you put the paint down is a watercolor technique. And if you use turpentines with oils, you can do a similar acrylic. There's water and a medium. Keep it going. What's the matter? Oh. The unexpected has happened. This was a dry canvas. Why is it bleeding? I just pulled up some blue paint. Look at that. That shouldn't be happening. I'm doing... Wait a minute. There's got to be a reason for this. I know. Because it's not acrylic. I used phthalocyanine, or, well, a watercolor. To get the right color, I used a watercolor to see what it would do. Well, now I know what it does. It doesn't stay put, even when it is mostly encased in acrylic. Now it'll have to be protected by acrylic. Well, that's a first. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to end up wearing this. I'm glad that I've changed. Okay. I know this absolutely has to dry. Missed. Just make sure all of it has some of this on it. All right, be right back. Oh, might as well move this. We have one more experiment. This is just an experiment, kids. Don't get nervous. Oh, my brand new socks are in the way. Out of the way. Ta-da. Now, we have the pink, the lavender, and this might also move. Let's see. Looks like it. Yep. Someone will beat you. How this happen? All right. Well, luckily we're not going for any kind of detail. We are going for textural, flowy color until I'm ready to do anything with detail. So we have a ways to go. And, okay, let's use some of the gloss medium. This will help make it more permanent because it's definitely not permanent right now, which was a surprise. All right, we're gonna throw some more iridescent in. This is what we're practicing with. Come on. Thank you. That's gonna have to go on the reorder list. Oh, it's time to order more supplies. I am excited. Now, one thing I've got left to do is put Toblerina's wish list up. And before I do that, I need to put a few more things on it. All right. Oh, I quite thinned out now. Holy mackerel, look at that. We're going to end up doing something not planned because it has dissolved. Never before. I think that's from a Muppet movie. Never before. I'm not trying to imitate Miss Piggy. She's inimitable. Now we certainly don't need to worry about having straight lines. That's what I get for holding that brush wrong. Cramp. What was so pretty, but now it's mushy. Oh, it's trippy. We're having like this chemical reaction going on, which you'll appreciate more after it's dry and I can hold this up and show you. The moment, it's just strange. Wow. It is like one medium dissolved another, and then curdled, like dropping lemon juice into a cup of tea. An oldie but goodie. Let's have it. Oh, well, go on. If you like this, email me at... Oh, Delta. I'm watching. I can't hear it because my sound's off. Otherwise, you'd hear me. Whoops. Oh, is this a scene? I could pack your ass right here. Oh. From 15 years ago. You're funny. Tell Charlie how many people applied for the job. To show how exceptional you are. They recognized her. They recognized quality people. She stood out from the crowd because of her kindness and her being herself. Confidence, baby. Confidence. That's what they want. It's confidence. Is that what you call a job? A bag? Remember, they check social media. They study social media to see what you have been thinking. when they check your background. What kind of person is this? I already did a bunch of that though, or you wouldn't have gotten as far as you did. I'm so happy. Oh, Meg, this is how far we've gotten on Toblerina's drag costume. I have to get to the store to be able to get the beads to finish her headdress, and we're going to continue working on this. I just put the first layer of paint down to kind of make sure nothing shows through when I start adding things. That's good. Wonderful. I'm getting rid of mine because mine's political, but I've got my Toblerina Facebook. I hope everybody will follow me on Toblerina. Also, I must ask because no one's been doing it. I'm asking you to remember when you're here also to give the show a thumbs up for the sake of YouTube's algorithms, if not me. It looks like nobody loves me. Okay. That is the background for what eventually is going to be an angel. I wanted to start with a small couple of things before I go with the big one. Excuse me, because the big one is bigger and it's going to be more paint. Thank you so much. I appreciate the sacred likes. I will return with hearts. But I've got all these videos and a whole bunch of videos with not a single like on it. It looks like I don't exist to Facebook. So if we want more people to find us, I need more likes. And I'm sorry to even have to ask. But I don't want to be one of those people that have to put all those signs all over the place. Like, subscribe, da 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 da. It's like, please. I don't want all that shit on my channel. I really wanted to stay as advertising and everything free as possible, but I see that's not going to work. Because like it or not, they're going to put ads on. And the more people that come here, the more ads will appear. So I'll have to live with some stuff. But I'd like not to get too crazy. Alright, so this has to dry. I have to go make a little room on that table so it has a place to dry. Oh my god, I'm out of Canva. Shit. I'm gonna have to break it down and do it. Well, tomorrow's the 1st. Is it raining? Yes, it is. It is definitely raining. Okay. Well. I'll move the wet painting. Oh, I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. I don't know if I'm hearing thunder or bulldozer. Okay, you're drying. You need to dry. Yeah, we're getting chemical reaction on those two. So it must be the phthalocyanine. It's not cooperating. And that's not dry enough to paint with yet. Oh my god, I'm out of canvas. Oh, I got this one little one left, this little crappy dollar store canvas. And it's a small one again. But what can I do? We work with what we have. We have this. Oh, this is funny. This one got wrapped twice. I got a bonus wrapping. What does it mean? You forgot to put the sign on it. Go do it again. No, just go and do it. Don't waste time taking one off. All right. We know someone got yelled at. You're waiting on the rain. Oh, that's got to be beautiful when it comes. Actually, I was in Hawaii for rain. It didn't last very long, though. All right. Okay, I have a feeling for... There's a color scheme we have not messed with in a while. Wait a minute. I've got a phthalo green. Why, we do. Phthalo green, it's got blue, it's a bluish tint to it. You want to go blue? 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 Oh, blue. Oh, blue. Okay. Phthalo does go with that, but then this doesn't go. So maybe we can't do phthalo. I want the bright aqua. I want the brilliant yellow green, but we need another greenie. This? Eeny, meeny, miny, mony. I think we'll go with something completely different. We'll go with a yaller. Okay, I feel a manic experience coming on. You're getting more snow. Oh, good, okay. Well, snow is better for your soil than rain. Isn't that interesting? It brings more minerals down. So snow is a really good thing. And if you want really good fertile areas, you need a freeze. Yeah, they're pushing that snowy, slushy stuff out of the driveway because tonight it's going to freeze again. We're going to have pools of ice out there. And with the mean age here being about 50, I say that there'd be a lot of lawsuits if they aren't careful. All right, so I've got a craving for this color. I don't know why. Usually it's one I avoid, except for little rock houses. Maybe it's the gummy. I can't really say I'm feeling it. Last time I took 2, and I don't remember how I felt. I mean, I feel a little something. It's certainly not the rollicking, potent kind of round will, So that was a grape, and that was how long ago? How long have I been on? An hour and 20 or so. So, any more grapies? That looks grapish. Ooh, that's a pretty color pink. What flavor is that supposed to be? We got grape, cherry lime, and strawberry. This is grape. An hour. All right. So it is 1:56. Let's see what happens. I must be doing something because it tastes better. I'm just not a gummy person. Although I did go through a gummy phase. Once I finally broke down and ate one, it's like, oh, now I know what the big thing is. Everybody loves gummies. This is why they're not bad. And then Ointness turned me on to what happens when you drop a gummy into a vat of vodka. Then gummies became extra good. Now, since you're supposed to be 18, if you're watching my channel, don't take this as advice. If you're under 18, you're too young to do what I do. Come back when you're older. Except for you, Charlie. I'm almost used to you. Okay, yep, I must be feeling it. All right, let's put a little shine in that. And let's fit it out. I think that song is copyrighted. Just like almost everything else I try to sing and I can't. In 6 months, you will be 18 years old and legally okay to watch me. Well, watching me is not a problem at any age. It's just listening to me. I'm the kind of person that would get banned in Florida, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not gay, but I'm very supportive of liberal policies. Like calling people what they want to be called. For God's sake, what's the big deal? You know, most every language has at least 3 genders: male, female, and neutral. English too. We just changed it over time. We made things easier on ourselves and got rid of the he and she parts of things. You go learn another language, you gotta learn the masculine and feminine and whatever else they ascribe. German's real hard with that. They've got multiple things. Now, I didn't actually mean to cover this entire thing, but I guess I did because I want to make sure that the canvas isn't showing. So, Maui, how are you feeling today? Say it in a positive way. Any news, Oink, on your friend? Oh, I gotta hurry and make that in. No news yet. I feel in need of company. Well, man. Welcome to the party. Bring your attitude, but don't be rude. Well, no news, huh? Well, they say bad news travels fast, so this is probably a good sign. And they probably take about 2 or 3 days in ICU before they make the announcement like, okay, we're definitely going in the right direction. And when I'm done with this color, I'll go light a candle. I think I want more of that. Ooh, got a little enthusiastic there. Oh, should I make this more blendy back here before I do that? No, too much. That goes better. Well, since I made that the heavy, I can't take it back once it splats. I should be more careful. You know what? I got this all over my glasses, my phone. Looks like I still have some of my phone. Like that. At least move the phone. Wow, it looks so different with this green behind it, doesn't it? It looks like an entirely different blue. I mean, completely different. I got 2 different tubes. Wow. I just like doing that. This kind of looks like a bug of some kind. Maybe I need to do another splat and turn these into like critters. Now it has to be a critter. Oh. Excuse me. I need more of this right now. Chromium yellow, a little transparent. Okay, oink. Okay, Doc. I would say that I am feeling less pain. I do not need a pill this afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. I'm doing good. So this gummy does provide relief. Even though they're marketing it as a good time Charlie, it's actually useful. Final chance to use your coupon. Yeah, $10 off if you spend $50. I don't think so. I think I've spent quite enough. Thank you. I might actually end up with a blouse from like 50, 60 years ago. Something extremely well made. My 95-year-old friend wants to get rid of some stuff in her closet. And she's having problems reaching some of the stuff. And since she's right here on my floor, I was like, tell me what you want to do. I'll make an appointment so I know what time to be over. I don't have a lot of stamina, but I can devote at least an hour and get some stuff done. So, anything you want to get rid of, if it fits me and I like it, I'll take it. And that's one less thing you have to worry about. So she was quite amenable to that. So I will probably end up with at least one thing that is unique in its vintage qualities. Hello, Ms. Good day, and hello. Ms. Sarah Who. I like that. I'm here making a mess. How are you today? So when I paint like this, I have to stand up, and I guess I should fix this, but then I'm just so bad. You'd think after all these years I would know what I was doing in front of the camera. I'm just not shy, that's all. All right, okay. So I've been in a messy mood today. I finished a painting yesterday, and I have a few other things over there drying because I'm trying to do one or two angel paintings. But this is, I don't like to work small anymore, and this is the smallest canvas, one of the smallest canvas I have. So I'm just, oh my God. Well, how are you? How have you been? My goodness. Well, welcome. So you have seen me through many moves. From North Carolina, where I started the show, to where did I go next? Rhode Island. And from Rhode Island to Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania to Connecticut. Here I am in Connecticut. Stay. So, I did this one this week. Yeah. Anyway. The lighting in here changes so much with the day. I have a lot of windows. I have been through many lifetimes since I last saw you, but I am fabulous. I am the best I have been in my life, I think, aside from being older. And here is my angel pictures. Yeah, like you can see it. It's hard to get it on the camera like that, but you get the idea. And I've got another one that I'm working on, but basically I have a project called Toblerina. And so I've got a Zazzle store for Toblerina, and I've been making art for her calendar. If you would like to see that, under About Moi, there's a link to Toblerina's closet, and you can see the calendar. You can see all 12 collages and costumes and all that. I mean, you know, if you're interested. It looks a little mustard, doesn't it? Now, what's really fun is I just ordered a dress. Excuse me. A dress that I might have gotten an amazing deal on because it was advertised for $8 and change. But all the other dresses like it were $18 and change. So it's like someone forgot to put the one in. So I grabbed it, and it's like this. It looks like I painted it. It's cool. Back in the Doc Grady is also from Blog TV, and he was Maui Sky Bluey. We have a few other people from Blog TV that are here now and then. It's like, oh, cool, Old Home Week. Yeah, it's been a long time. Very long time. Here we go again. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it's been quite a ride since Blog TV. I have to say, although it's had its very rough times, it's also been a fabulous time, and I'm really happy. I am a little messier than I used to be, and a lot older. I can't believe it myself, but I'm going to be 69 in 2 weeks. On St. Patrick's Day. I thought it was supposed to be lucky. Well, I guess you're lucky if you make it to it. Oh, crap. I'll put it there. All right, all the paints are back where they belong. Stay. 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 I am going to bring these to kitchen sink. And yes, we will let this sit for a minute while I take care of a little cleanup details here. Because this is not going to stay this way, of course. After it's completely dry, I will be doing something else with it. I haven't decided what that something else is yet. I'll try to make it interesting, though. It's amazing how well it sticks to nail polish that you just put on. I am looking forward to making dinner tonight. I have 3 cute little chicken thighs, boneless and skinless, marinating in white wine. Which is funny because I cannot stand to drink wine, but I love cooking with it. Get me some dinner. Okay. Si, senor. Okie dokus. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. I just swiped this tissue with paint across my super close-up glasses. Schmuck. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to take these to the kitchen too, seeing as I got paint everywhere. Luckily, these do not have a coating I have to worry about. Be back again in just a couple of minutes. You have leftover oh, I love that. That's my favorite. I can't do that at this one. That's my favorite. Okay, that was my last Canva. Boomer. That means I have to finish something else. Gewalt. Hold on, I have to make room. You go there, you go there. Hey, cats, you're not dry, are you? Not quite. I got a movie anyway. Like a pizza. Oh, that's looking cool. Oh. A chemical accident. Give me some killer shit here. Yay. And that's good. All right. Ah. Chinese food. That is really funny because on the way up from the meditation this morning, Gloria grabbed a menu for one of the Chinese food places that deliver. We know what she's having tonight. The poor woman had COVID at 95. And although she's doing fine, she'd lost her sense of smell. But she did discover this week that she can taste one thing, and that is the dark chocolate version of Ensure. So there's one thing she can taste for some reason. I told her I've been praying over her nose. Because, you get older and you lose one thing after another. Inside, you're still young, but your body is getting older, and she's been losing things as she gets, she's 95. She's lost a lot already, as you might want to imagine. She uses a walker, and although she's so cognizant, she is so alert, mind like a steel trap. It's getting harder for her to drive, but she still drives. And her hardest part is, like, she doesn't like to go grocery shopping anymore because everything she needs is so far away. Like, grocery stores put the stuff that's most purchased, like the dairy. They know most people are going to want something in the dairy, so they put that as far away from the front door as possible, so that you have to go buy all the stuff to see if you want to buy anything else. So, okay. I'll be eating HH lunch, bunch, and dinner. HH, what's that? Yep. And they do that to make you walk through the store and look at other things, so you might impulse buy or be reminded of things that you forgot. But when you're an old person with a walker, getting to the milk section is a nightmare, and you're exhausted by the time you get there, and then you have to walk back. So I understand what she's saying. There are days I go in there, it's like, oh god damn it, I'm so tired, I just don't even want to be running around today. Even though grocery shopping is one of my very favorite things to do. I love to shop for food because I love food, and I feel rich when I have a full refrigerator. I actually got high looking at a full refrigerator and freezer last week. I just totally get off on grocery shopping. So, yeah. I understand what she's going through. So I pray, like, please don't lose your sense of smell. Let it come back, you poor woman. You can't, all she has, like, is, like, the pleasures. Woman has no diet problems. She's not on a bunch of pills even. She's 95 and doesn't take blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine. She doesn't need it. Like, holy mackerel. So, I don't want her to lose any more pleasure. My favorite item is in high demand. Check out ASAP. Oh, have you seen the Temu app, Ms. Sarah? Gloria's amazing. I love her. She comes every Tuesday to my mindfulness group, which is really not much of a group because it's really one person I'm counseling for grief because he lost his mother and his brother within the last year. And Gloria is just trying to deal with being 95. But she's got such an amazing attitude, that's why she is 95. Well, it's a Chinese shopping thing. It's basically all the stuff you used to be able to go to eBay for and get really cheap and wait forever for it to get to you, but you got an amazing deal. And it was always like, well, you need to get used to what you're really getting so you know and you don't lose a bunch of money. I used to do the penny auctions, buy this for, bid on this, it starts at a 1 penny, free shipping. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I used to go when I'd get bummed out, I'd take $20 and that'd be my limit. But $20 when you're doing stuff that costs a penny to start with. I got so many things for like under 99 cents. Some of my favorite scarves. I got some jewelry, costume jewelry, but I knew what it was. It was still for $1. It was amazingly beautiful and sturdy. It looked real. So, when you get used to what you're getting and you know what you're getting, you don't overpay and you're not likely to make too many mistakes. I figure like the dress to be, I think, Walmart quality. Don't expect it to last forever. But last night, not what happened last night, I saw it this morning, one of the online, the late night comics. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel one of the things he mentioned was that Yeezy's, that Crazy Ye has disappeared for the last couple of months. He's been laying low, but rumor is that he can't get anybody to to represent his shoes, and he's got nowhere to put all of his inventory. I found his inventory. His stuff is selling, but they're not calling it Yeezys, except one of them's Yeezy, but then everything else they're making it look like a knockoff, but it's his stuff. They're selling it on Temu, starting about $9 and change for a pair. So stuff that was hundreds of dollars, you can now go to Temu if you want to get Yeezy stuff. It's easy to get and save a bundle. Now, I would not wear it. I mean, I saw one pair, and I said that would make cool slippers. I wouldn't wear these outside, actually. But walking around the house, they look kind of spongy, and if they're like walking on clouds, I can understand why people would be willing to tolerate such a stupid looking foot thing. It's like, let's walk on the moon. But I appreciate the effort in designing that, so that's cool. But anyway, if you want Yeezys at an affordable price, Temu. Yes, you'll recognize them immediately, and you go, oh yeah, that's them. There's a bunch of them. And the way I saw them the first time was because his ex-wife was modeling them by their pool or something, doing her, And I have to say, when you're wearing a string bikini and you're wearing those, you just look stupid. I mean, if you want to model your bikini, then take those off and be barefoot. That's usually what you have. You're usually barefoot when you're wearing a bikini. I mean, unless you're just tanning, I guess. I always figure if you're going in the water, then you're not going to have very much on your feet, especially something big that blocks the sun from tanning your feet evenly, Because when I did try to get tanned a long time ago, it was a big deal. Like, you don't want anything getting in the way to make, tan lines that you don't want. And you want to fix things so you get tan lines you do want. But yeah, they are like, they make me think of things dissolving, like underwater things, anemones and stuff like that. But as a shoe, like I said, I would have to wear them to see the appeal, because they don't look like anything that appeals. The looks, no. But if you feel like you're walking on a cloud and it feels really good and it's not messing your back up or anything else, because some shoes can do that. That's what I thought. All the holes, right? You're constantly pumping sand into your shoe. And I thought, well, okay, they're obviously plastic. They look like they float. So I can see where, like, I do not like to walk barefoot at all, including in water. So when I used to walk in the creek, I wore Crocs so that water could go right through them. And if one fell off, it floated, and I could grab it and put it back on. That was because I didn't want to cut my feet on the rocks or broken glass or anything else that might be there I don't see in the bottom of a creek. But, yeah, it just seems like if you had anything else sucked in besides water with that shape, it would be a little problematic. There's no place for this stuff to just, like, my Crocs had open back with a strap to keep it on, like a ballerina. It was a pretty little style. But yeah, the water could just go through and go right out the back, so I didn't have any problems. I had to live in the country before I learned what's actually in creeks and brooks and all that, because the water looks so beautiful and clean, And I remember as a little girl contemplating drinking it. My father caught me in time, and made sure I did not drink the water out of the creek. And I said, but look, now I did have understanding about filtration a little bit, not enough, but a little bit. And I was trying to make a case that it's going over the water and it's going over the rocks, so it's getting cleaned. And he said, no, that's not, you have the right idea, but it's not exactly how it works, and the water's not moving fast enough or through enough stuff to make it clean, so don't drink the water. He didn't bother explaining all the reasons why, but I just got, my father was a very smart man, I trusted him, and so if he said don't, I didn't. And later on, as an adult, seeing what goes into the creek, I understood. Animals walk in the creek, especially when they're hiding from other animals or hiding from the sun. And the creek becomes their bathroom, for one thing. And you don't see when it pisses in the water because you don't see piss when it's running down a creek. They also die. And they die and rot away in the water, and you don't see that either. If you're down creek, you don't smell it, you don't see it, you don't know it's in the water. So there's lots of stuff in running creek water you don't want to avail yourself of, mostly bacteria. Welcome back, Exy. Exy, Miss Sarah was one of my very first fans when we had a show called Intuitube 14 years ago on Blog TV, and she has just found us. Ah, yeah, it would have to be ivory soap, right? Because it floats. Exactly. There's poop, there's pee, there's people washing up, there's things dying in it all the time. Yeah. So you have to clean your water wherever you get it. Assume that something has pissed in it and you don't know what it was, or something has died in it and you don't know what it was. But if you don't want to be peeing it out, then, or dying from it, you know. I know you're talking about Miss Sarah, because this is not lovely. Yes, Miss Sarah is lovely, and I'm so glad that she found us again. After all these years. So, gosh, we have a theme song now. It came from my first book. So, let's see. When we first met on Intuitube, I had written my first book, Numeris. And I have a second one now. And I'm working on a third, but I'm not actively writing it at the moment. When I sit down to write it, I will not be broadcasting as much because I go all in with writing. Let's see, what else? No More Glenn. So that's been a load off my plate. Let's see, you remember him from the iVlog days when he used to slam the microwave to get attention. So no more of that. Let's see what else. Oh, at my age, various surgeries, recoveries, all that, all's fine. Yeah, we have a song. When I moved to North Carolina, I went into a studio that was only there long enough to record me and then disappeared, like the magic something. And someone else wanted my music, so they paid for me to go record it. So now I've got a theme song that is actually written, inspired from the first novel. Aw, aren't you sweet, Exy? Western Story Town, there's a new town. I am saying hello. Oh, that's all the time. That happened in Virginia. There's stuff that people have no idea about. They've forgotten. I mean, I know about it, and people in my generation know about it, but a lot of people don't know because they don't want people to know. Things like if you have a new house and you get all new furniture and new carpet and new drapes, new cabinets and all that, your house is going to be secreting toxic stuff for at least 5 years in fumes, and every time it's just like heavy metals that cured your wood is going to be going down. If it's in the soil, toxic. You're going to be inhaling stuff in your own new home that will take about 5 years to air out. Your new cabinets, all of that. And people don't want you to know about that because you will build differently, you will buy different things, you will insist that people live up to certain standards that don't endanger your health. Because all those things that happened that made our home so toxic happened so slowly and behind the scenes that, let's face it, when you're all excited about getting new living room furniture, one of the things in your mind is this toxic wood? Is it going to be leaching fumes into my house without me knowing and poisoning me, my children, my dogs, and cats? Oh yeah, Love Canal in New York. I remember 3 Mile Island too. We do all kinds of stuff. We pollute, and we don't even know that the companies we're supporting are doing this polluting, and then we find out after an accident. Like, we knew that Trump had rolled back all these safety laws. He was proud of it, taking away safety regulations to the railroad. And not just the railroad, everybody saying, go ahead, use that. We don't care if it's toxic. We want you to be able to produce. He ran his life like, oh, watch the stock market. Is my stock going up? Then we're doing all right, even if it's complete bullshit. So, 80% of the stock is owned by only 10% of the country. 80%. So only 20% of the people in this country have stock who aren't millionaires or multimillionaires. And they don't have a whole lot of power because it's just 20%. And if you are buying products that support these companies, then you're contributing to their continuation. But a lot of it, we have had no choice. It's been about the fossil fuel industry. So much pollution has been caused by that. I mean, Virginia poisoned farms by digging up the top of the mountain, doing clear cutting. They took all the soil away with erosion, and all of the coal that they were digging up poisoned the water. And everyone that had a farm all the way down the mountain lost their farms because their water supply was black with coal. And why people would want to protect an industry that does that without being fined, I don't know. No shit, right? Movie of the week. So the thing is, the sins that keep on giving. So we've got to really get back on it. People think by having regulations, it's just going to make everything so expensive, but that's not really true. They're making things more expensive to keep their profits up. It doesn't mean that they're not making profits, but how can you justify making over $1 billion more during the pandemic when everybody was locked down because you raised the prices and everybody at the pump was suffering and blaming the president? When it wasn't the president at all, it was the corporations making the gas, corporations releasing the petroleum product. That's it. It was all manipulated. So who is paying the stockholders? The people at the pump are paying the stockholders. But you can't blame politicians. Politicians do not own the fossil fuels. The fossil fuel corporations, they own everybody else. So there are some things we can't get away from. I'm not giving up refrigeration or heat any more than anybody else wants to do that. But we do have to find ways to survive without poisoning each other. And that's what it's been coming down to. It's like, oh my God, you poisoned another county, an entire county. Oh my God. And now they're shuffling around the dirt they just dug, the toxic soil from that train derailment. They're digging it up, and they've tried to put it in Texas, but Texas said, wait, what? Because the rules allow them to not even tell anybody where it's going, what they're doing with it, where they're burying it, and they finally settled on something that's right next to the water. Like, are you fucking stupid? Yes, but they just going for like wherever it's cheapest, fastest, get this just dump it. So, progressives who want to regulate the industries to prevent these kinds of accidents from happening in the first place are being called the crazy ones. So we're going to just have to watch the battles and see how they go until someone figures out that at least the current people calling themselves Republicans or MAGAs or whatever, they're not doing our country any favors. Until they figure that out, we're just going to keep seeing complete idiots being elected. And all I can say is vote. Vote, hopefully for someone who at least knows how to write a law. What was the bill that Marjorie Taylor Greene submitted, that the red and blue states should have a divorce? I think that's it. End of bill. That was the whole. It was like the whole bill was one line. It's like, you have no idea how to be a congressperson. You have no idea how to do this. How the hell can you be on committees when you don't even know how to be on a committee? You don't even know what committees do. That's kind of scary. I think we should at least elect people who know what the hell they're doing. All parties. We shouldn't have idiots making the laws and representing people who just want common sense, calm, peaceful lives. I mean, what does everybody want, right? You just want people to shut up and sit down and get along. Stop condemning each other. I mean, that's all we want. Big deal. Why don't we have it? Hey, we don't have it because some people feel it's their job to tell everybody else how to live. And as soon as you tell other people how to live, everybody has got to do their own thing. Everybody's got to find their own way. Everybody's different. Yeah, I know it's been happening more. And I didn't expect it from Canada, but then I learned more and more. Canada's guilty of so many of the same crimes that America's been guilty of, and it's just heartbreaking. Yeah, money and power, money and power, money and power. I mean, look at what Fox News did to this country. They're not actually news. And now Rupert Murdoch, the owner of all that crap, New York Post, all the garbage rags, we used to call them just rags. We knew better than to buy them, but because, you can tell by the sensationalist. And UK has had the problem. I don't know, Canada, did you keep Rupert Murdoch out of your hair? I'm not sure, because he insists on being everywhere. And he's been working very hard to overthrow democracy. And he's been doing this for most of his life because he's made a fortune working on getting people all riled about nothing. So he has confessed that Trump was lying. He has confessed, and so has everybody else. They've confessed that it's true. They knew Trump was lying about the election. They knew it was a lie. They knew it was outrageous. They knew they were harming people. They knew they're causing damages. And behind the scenes, they were admitting it. They were calling Giuliani and Sidney Powell crazy, insane, liars, da-da-da. And then it comes out that Sidney Powell put forward the whole theory that Dominion voting had stolen the election that should have gone to Trump because a person in a semi-conscious state was time traveling and got that information that it was stolen. It's like, okay. So first Sidney Powell's peddling it, and then everybody else is buying it. Anyway, so now that the truth is out, it's like, well, Tucker Carlson has come out, and he's still peddling it, even though behind the scenes he knows. He's admitted. They found the emails and the texts. They know. He knows it's a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. That's why when Trump tried to get on Fox News with a live feed on January 6th, after all this shit was going down, they didn't let him because they knew that he would make it way, way worse. So now all this truth is out, and do you know that people are still looking at him as the leader of the Republican Party with 2 different courts looking at putting him behind bars? It's like, you people want what? Ay. Yeah. Now we have like, oh good, the lies are returned to, because they started losing money because the crazies wanted the lies. Facebook reinstated the crazies, and Twitter reinstated the crazies, and I don't think it's bringing them the money that they were hoping it would, but crazy is still out there and doing well, and that's a sad thing. It's a sad statement about people's intelligence anymore. Well, listen, you have a wonderful appointment. Thanks for coming back. I'll be back here tomorrow. So feel good. I need to make myself some dinner, I believe. I have been going and on. But I don't want to leave on a political sounding note, because that's just... we will leave on a... I can do it card. Now, it's still early, so I am planning on actually coming back here tonight. So good to see you. I'm so glad you made it back. That's awesome. I like YouTube. I'm also on Twitch on the weekends, especially. So do come back and relax all of your neck muscles and let go of the tension in your shoulders before you take your call. Yes, relaxing. When you are relaxed, you know you can create miracles in your life. How? Through your feelings. Your feelings. Your feelings are everything. Your thoughts become feelings. Your feelings become things. And remember, the universe does not have the word no in it. It doesn't understand no. It only knows your attention. Whatever you put your attention to, for better or worse, that's what you're magnifying in your life. So do everything you can to keep a cheerful attitude, to remember that when you're looking at this world, you're looking at the world with the eyes of God. God is looking at the world through your eyes. You are part of everything. Why wouldn't God want you to be as happy as the happiest person on the planet? So practice being happy. Get a bummer thought? All right, don't pay too much attention to it. When you're done, let it go and pick up where you left off. Think something happy. Get in the zone, the chill zone, the happy zone. I do it every day, and you should be doing this every day, every time you think of it. I know there's a million distractions, but if they're not good and your energy is dropping instead of rising, and you're not getting inspired to do anything, it's not the right energy. YouTube for Hamburger Helper. Hey, Hamburger Helper's not so bad. It's got good seasonings, and if you got hamburger, that's better for you than Spam. They got all different kinds of Hamburger Helpers. Now, I don't use hamburger, but when I did use a couple of that. It's just boosted with a little extra soy protein, so there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, guys, I will be back later. Food first, or food next. Yes, food next, and then